Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Childish thoughts.
Well, hello again, everybody! It is time for Childish Thoughts with me, Stacy Edlin, and this motherfucker, James May. This episode brought to you by NorthSpokaneApothecary.com. You need some CBD, you want some CBD? Just want to give CBD a try. Look them up, use the promo code SPREADEAGLE. You'll get 20% off, and it'll really help us out. That's enough of that. James May, how the fuck are you doing this weekend, my friend?
You know, not too fucking bad, but it did snow, and it's cold as
Fuck
fuck.
yeah, it did.
Like, I moved from Alaska for a reason,
Yeah.
and it wasn't to get... Dude, what?
Well, you should have moved farther away from Alaska.
Well, no, so in Alaska, we always expect, like, snow by Halloween.
Yeah.
But here, I always expect it by Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I was just like, what the fuck? It's the same exact shit now.
It was early this year. I will give you that.
It was nice snow. It was good snowball snow. What do you think, Cameron?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You know the coolest thing about this snow that I saw today when I was driving around in my neighborhood was somebody built a snowman, but it was shaped like a ghost.
Ooh.
And like deep imprints for like the eyes and mouth. It looked so fucking real, and it was dope.
Yeah.
That's one way
looked
to
really real.
Was that
really bring it up for Halloween with the snow mixed in.
right before you went and tackled it?
I wish.
Did you ever do that growing up?
Oh yeah, of course.
It-
That was like what you did after all that hard work. It's like the goal was to eventually just tackle it, destroy it.
Well,
For me, I don't know what you guys did. You
I
probably just
was
left them in your yards
I was
until they just decomposed into nothing.
I
Selfish bitches.
actually I was a demon child. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
And
I buy it.
Yep, I'm pretty sure we all buy that one. And that was what we did after we went and got our candy. Is we went to everybody's yards and just fucked up snow.
You just tackled their snowmen.
Oh no, we use the candy bags as like prison, just beaten bags sometimes.
You must have had some industrial strength type fucking candy bags.
Yeah, my candy would have been everywhere, bro.
Dude, it's called a pillowcase. What'd you go with?
Oh, I had the little jack-o'-lantern, the plastic one. It was so
Oh,
cute.
what'd you go with, Cameron?
Like plastic bags, bro.
What?
Like Walmart bags, Piggly Wiggly bags. What you got?
Yeah, save a lot, you know.
Okay.
Walmart, whatever there is.
You didn't just like.
Did you double bag it?
I mean,
I think you should.
always.
Triple,
Always.
quadruple.
Don't want to.
How many trips did you have? How many like caches
Did you go
of
home?
fucking candy did you have in the neighborhood?
Or did you take that second bag
'Cause
out?
I know you
and,
had, like,
double,
Just
like then
two
double
bags.
No, I wasn't
You had like
trying to
a
walk
whole
around that
pocket
much.
full of bags, and you'd have to fill up. And then would you just hide it, and then you'd like come back later and grab it?
No, I wasn't trying to walk around that much. I just like get some candy and go home.
Just go get
I
some.
had siblings.
Just
so-
go get enough.
Yeah, I had siblings. so,
Younger
like,
siblings.
Yeah,
So you just like taxed them.
I mean,
Taxed
Hey,
them
do you
Bernie
not
Sanders
want a
style.
noogie today?
tax 'em?
Give me some
Did you
candy.
tax them Bernie Sanders style? Like you took 80% of their shit?
no, it was just
What was
more
the
like
percentage?
everybody should have some of everybody's everything. So I just like took their candy. When I
It
didn't
was
have any.
Bernie style though. What was your percentage of Berniness?
I don't know. I mean,
That sounds like 100%.
I don't know. That was just like give me some of your
It's
stuff.
like I
'cause
didn't want
don't
to put
have
in
any.
as much effort, but I still deserve what you guys worked for.
No, it's just like socialism. Like
Yeah, no,
like,
that's
they
what
were-
we're
they-
saying.
yeah, they were rich.
The
They're-
Socialist Republic of
Yeah.
Cameron's house.
Yeah, they were rich and I was not. So I was like, give me your stuff.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
When you're bigger and more powerful, that's what you get to do.
So how come you don't feel that way now?
Yeah.
Why is that not acceptable on a global scale, Cameron?
It is.
So socialism is
So you're a
the way of the
socialist?
future?
No. Socialism is not the way of the future.
That's what you just
But
said.
yeah,
I was mistaken.
You said you benefited from socialism in your household by taking from the rich. the quote-unquote rich, which were the younger people who went out and walked the entire neighborhood, while your fat fucking ass just walked like up and down the road, got 3 Smarties and a Butterfinger, and you're like, okay, now bitches, I get all your Reese's.
Yeah.
That's how it went down, right?
I just wanted to know the percentage, not this, but he's right, Cameron.
I mean, no, I'm more of a capitalist.
Okay.
I would view that as capitalism.
In the sense that they
think
were
it's authoritarianism.
They were employed by you in some fashion. So all of their hard work filters up to the top.
Who do you think had to take the little kids?
Oh, so now
now you're there with them.
So now you did walk farther.
Yeah, didn't want to.
Your fucking story's so full of holes.
Dude, you sound like Joe Biden right now.
Come on, man.
Did you even have a childhood? Have you ever been trick-or-treating? You sound like you're making this up on the fly.
I certainly pick up candy on the day there.
There's like one day where you go around and you wear a mask and people give you candy and it's so dope.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, I think your Halloween tradition's way better than mine.
No, it's more like this. Literally, I'm not joking. It would come a point where like I didn't want to do the trick-or-treating
okay, but
anymore.
so you were at a certain age.
Well, yeah.
Where communism was okay.
Still going with the little brother and sister.
Where your mom sat you down and you're like, hey, you can't dress up anymore. You look like an idiot.
No. It would just be to the point where like I didn't want to walk up to the next house. Like, I don't want to walk up there.
Like,
so there'd
you're
be
285 pounds. And you're 14 years old.
Yeah, totally.
And nobody is going to give you candy, so just give it up.
No.
It wasn't exactly like that?
No, not like that.
My
mom wasn't like that.
That's what she told me.
I wasn't quite 285 at 14.
Oh my god, you guys are women. Anyways, that's I think you're a communist.
Kind of a communist. He's a communist when it benefits him.
Yeah.
And he's a capitalist when it doesn't.
No, they both benefit me.
when appropriate. Okay, Cameron. You still in candy. Anyways,
this metaphor is very thin.
I used to tackle snowmen at the end of the night of getting my...
Okay, so what made you stop? The fact.
I turned 18.
The fact that we don't have snowmen at Halloween typically, I guess.
No, it was I turned 18 and I didn't.
You should do it this year.
I stopped. What time did you guys stop trick-or-treating? Like, when did you start partying instead of trick-or-treating?
Oh, fucking 12, 13 maybe?
13? I think my last year was 14.
Okay.
How about you, Cameron?
Yeah, I went. I mean, I still, like I said, I had siblings.
To the 3 houses.
So I went. So I still went for a while, but
more as a chaperone though. You didn't dress up.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, dude, you didn't? Did you dress up? Because if I had to take my younger siblings out, I'm totally dressing up.
You might as well. I mean, you don't ask for candy, but you dress up.
Yeah, and then that's where the tax comes in because you put in the effort.
Right.
That's okay tax. That's capitalism. Good.
Okay. No. Okay.
Good shit.
I guess it depends on the time frame. Like if you're of trick-or-treating age and you just choose not to and expect to get everybody else's candy, that's socialism. But if you're offering a service, then it's just like an income.
It's a payment.
What if you were just
services rendered?
What if you're of trick-or-treating age, you got what you wanted, and then you were like, oh, but I still have to, stay here until.
Oh, so you have an ample amount to keep you satisfied, but you still need more. That's capitalism.
Exactly.
No. Did you have to walk around?
I still had to go, but
you got lazy.
I'd have to walk up
when
to the houses.
When you get to the point where no matter how much candy
communism.
you have,
I might
still want
we might
to
drive
have
to
candy,
a block and I'll be like, all right,
that's
I'll
what we're
sit in the
talking
car.
No. That's
drive
still
the car.
communism right there. Because he could have easily walked up and still got more candy and then didn't need to take it from the other people. That could have been that could have been more candy for everybody at that point. So he just threw in. He was.
But
being
everybody
total
doesn't
communist.
deserve candy. There's people
everybody
in this
that
world that
walks
just,
up
no
to
matter
that
what
door,
they do not deserve candy.
if you walk up at Halloween, trick or treat, bitch, you deserve candy.
Just because there's enough candy for everybody doesn't mean everybody deserves it.
But you get what I'm saying here.
It
though.
really doesn't.
Like, just because you went to how many houses you wanted to,
Yeah.
and then decided to stop going to houses.
Yeah.
You know, there's a little capitalism because you still drove, and that's what I was saying
I mean,
too.
you guys
a
are
little
like
bit.
you
Well,
guys
there's
are like
also
throwing
the-
a lot of stuff onto this because
There's
like,
also the elitism
I said I got some
of it
candy
all.
from my siblings, and you're like, oh, so you stole it, and it's like kind of the thing. But like, I be trading stuff with my siblings.
Okay, so
I might get one up on and be like, oh, this one's really good. Let me I might
But
like
there's
do
also-
some trickery, but like
but we also can
who
address
didn't?
you can also address the class structure of trick or treating. It's like one person can go out and put in twice the amount of effort in like a mediocre neighborhood and come back with fucking Smarties and Laffy Taffy and maybe that fucking off-brand shit,
Mary Jane's.
you know. But then somebody in a more affluent can go around in half the time and collect way better and more candy. And
Yeah, that happens all the
As
time.
long as you
I
were
know.
driving him, it was driving them.
but it's of no
that,
choice
like,
to the person who has to
you
is
do
forced to
deserve
trick or treat
payment.
in a certain neighborhood. It's not their fault, not yet. They haven't fucked up enough to be punished.
All right, we beat this one to death. What else do we have, Cameron? We beat this one to death.
We did. We did. We tried to get a little too political, or
No.
the metaphor
We
ran
got
thin.
we got way childish. That might have been the most childish thing we've ever done on this show.
Well, that's what we do here.
I know. I'm really.
The
All right,
American
what do we
Pitbull.
got, Cameron?
American Pitbull.
The
James,
oh
you had something on
James has a thing about dogs this week.
yeah, dude. I don't understand why people hate pit bulls, American pit bulls, and love German shepherds.
Okay.
Like, I think
People generally love all dogs. I mean,
no, dude. There's a
yes,
hatred.
there is like groups, I imagine, that
There's nobody that's just like
Miss
fuck German shepherds.
right.
But there is a group that's like fuck American pit bulls.
Yeah, people don't say, forget German Shepherds because they're not vicious killers like Pitbulls are, James.
Any dog's a vicious killer if you train it right.
Exactly.
Or I mean wrong.
I'm just saying this is some Illuminati shit.
Yeah.
How's the Illuminati involved in classifying pit bulls as dangerous animals? James May.
Well, I would like to start it off with Project Paperclip.
Okay, Project Paperclip.
Do you know what
German,
that is, Stacy?
Recruiting the Nazi scientists to come over and help us get better at blowing people up.
War criminals, not scientists.
They were
both.
scientific war criminals.
Some of them were
Both.
scientists, not all
Most
of
of
them.
Well,
them
no,
were
no.
scientists.
Let's just say both. No argument there.
Fair.
So we're all on the same page. There was a little of both, regardless.
Right.
Okay. But
The scientists would have also been war criminals by default, so.
okay,
Nobody's
all were
disputing
war
that.
criminals,
Nobody's disputing that.
but a few of them were scientists.
While also being war criminals, yes.
Okay.
And a good amount
Are
of
you,
them.
does that satisfy you, Cameron?
It does, thank you.
Okay.
And a good amount of them were forced to be Nazi scientists against their will.
Yeah.
When given a choice, go design some bombs or go to a gas chamber or get shot in the fucking head. Most rational people have that instinct of self-preservation, and they're going to do what they can to live and formulate a plan to get out later.
You are 100% correct.
And then America
Okay.
comes in,
Okay,
the fucking white knights we are, and we're like, hey, sorry you had to fucking do this shit. we're not gonna put you through that. You just come design bombs for us, and it's all good. I mean, if I understand Operation Paperclip at all.
You know,
I read the
Stacey,
I read
honestly,
the Wikipedia page on it.
I'm gonna put
Solid.
all my childish aside and just be like, yeah, yep, yeah.
That's
No,
what it
he
was. For at least a small percentage, that has to be true.
He was pretty correct.
I'm
But
not saying there weren't some bad apples, some fucked up people.
and they got into our country, is what I'm saying. So they
But
get
why do we have to distinguish against Nazis? I mean, I get that Nazis bad, blah blah blah, but I mean, we do
Have
fucked
you
up
seen
shit
Captain
too. I mean, I'm
America?
sure we have our own scientists, American scientists, designing the most heinous fucking bullshit
But
that they can think of right
Okay,
now, just
okay,
to say they could.
okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
splicing
okay,
stuff
okay.
and like animal. Yeah, totally.
but
So,
have you seen Captain America?
evil is evil?
Have you seen Captain America?
No, I told
Yes,
you I
but
refuse to watch
they're
the movie.
American scientists that like.
They infiltrated the
I
CIA.
love how
And-
you try to prove a
and-
point and you cite the peer-reviewed Captain America.
Winter Soldier, by the way. Talk about Winter Soldier.
Jesus fucking Christ. I told you this was going to be an eye-rolling episode.
They
You
infiltrated
crazy
the
motherfuckers.
CIA, which was S.H.I.E.L.D. in the movie.
You Kool-Aid drinking, conspiracy theory, nothing better to fucking do with your day. Motherfuckers. Both of you.
And they made sure that the best
Keep in mind,
dogs.
this segment was about dogs.
They were like, yeah, back to the dogs. And they put propaganda out that made people hate American Pitbulls because they think German Shepherds are the better race of dog, just like a Nazi would.
I think that it's entirely possible. I think that it's entirely possible that everything you just said is false.
I think it's totally
And
possible
that
that
American
what I said is
Pitbulls
correct.
were demonized by the people who bred them simply for sport and fighting, and then those genetic traits got passed on and passed around with bred in like fucking extra bred in viciousness or whatever, and then those got into rural communities and then they were uncontrollable, and then that's why we hate American Pitbulls.
Oh. Well, I mean, we can get to Quisha in here to prove all of that wrong.
Is she a pitbull?
You didn't know that?
My dog's a pitbull, part pitbull.
She's Pit Lab.
She's brand new.
I
She's
went
so
full
cute.
American with my dog. I was like, Pitbull and Lab, sign me the fuck up.
That's pretty much what mine is, but mine looks a lot more pitbull-y.
Yeah, I seen that forehead.
Mine's like a Staffordshire Terrier.
Dude, she's built like one too. She's fucking stout.
But no, okay. Now
She's a
back
rescue, by the
to
way. Hey, I'm a rescuer. I rescued it.
you and every other fucking white
I
female
rescued
in this world.
it.
Anyways,
I didn't
okay.
even rescue it.
I
Can
gotta
tell you
bring
the
up.
situation?
Okay,
that
no.
happened? Okay.
You brought
Nobody
up
cares.
raising
Nobody cares. Okay, yeah.
raising the dogs. Do you know what's the most used dog for police? And
I believe it
military
would be a
use.
German Shepherd.
Oh, so that's not bred. I thought we didn't like police.
Who said that?
Well,
You don't like the police. I have no problem.
well,
with
that's
the police
because
as long as they're doing
I
their
grew
fucking
up
job
doing
correctly.
fucking rebel shit.
We all do.
Oh,
And we can all agree that there's way too many laws. And
But-
we can also agree that at the end of the
You-
day, it's their job to enforce all these fucking laws. They probably don't even believe in half
And that's
of them.
what the German Shepherd's doing. It's just enforcing its power on you, just like the Nazi Party did.
Shouldn't be doing something that you don't believe in.
Well, that's true too.
So,
I will give you
and
that,
the American
Cameron.
Pitbull just wants to cuddle up and just like, but if you fuck with me, I'm gonna bite the fuck your nuts off.
All dogs would do that, but
No,
yeah, they have to
no.
pick.
German Shepherds look to do it. Pitbulls are like, yo, I'm gonna cuddle. Can I get under the covers? I really want to
They
be
are
under
lovers.
the
I will tell you
covers.
that. She is very
Yours?
affectionate.
What's her name?
Ginger.
Aww.
That's what they were. That's what her name was when we got her from the Humane Society, and we just kept it.
Toke's name was Sadie.
Oh,
I got her when she
I could
was
see that.
1
It's a
year,
good
though.
black dog name.
And I made the agreement to name her Toke because my ex wanted to name our firstborn Toke.
Toke, just Teo.
T-O-K.
T-O-K.
Yeah, because it's a town in Alaska.
Okay.
And
But nowadays, everybody would pronounce it talk because of TikTok.
oh yeah,
And that's
for
what
sure.
everybody would call him.
But Toke, and I was just like, nah, I'm not doing that. So then I got super stoned, and then it became Toquisha.
Mm-hmm.
But Ginger, nice. How old was she when you got her?
She's like 9 months.
9? Oh, you could totally change that dog's name.
I don't want to. You can't make me.
Can
What's
we-
wrong with it?
Well, I
Sounds
mean,
like a stripper name.
yeah, that's
So?
a good point. Look, no, there's
It's not one of my kids.
Describe what your dog looks like.
She looks like an exact mix
Color.
of a yellow Labrador, a yellow lab, and a fucking pit bull. She's
What color
very
is she?
very light colored with like a little bit darker brown, like stripe. It's almost reddish.
Almost reddish. I thought I saw a very, very different type of dog, and you should call her like Marshmallow.
She's not that white though. She's not what marshmallow.
I'm gonna
white.
have to relook it. I gotta relook this one up.
We'll look at it. I can't show you right now, but
No. Anyways, I think Project Paper.
maybe if our editor can figure something out, we can just pop a picture of like right here,
You know, if you can go on Facebook or
or
something.
like right here.
Well, no. Like, we could also have, like, somebody go on Facebook and look up Stacy's dog.
How is that gonna help anybody?
Well,
So whose Facebook
I
do I
can
go
still
on?
argue. No, I'm just
Or we
joking.
could,
Anyways, we beat this
not
one
do
to
that.
death, too.
Knocking them down.
Project Paperclip, though, is the reason that American Pit Bulls are hated.
In your
German Shepherds
opinion.
aren't that.
And German
I've shared my
Shepherds are
opinion.
used as military and authoritarian dogs to attack people. And
So you're
that's
saying
not
that
good.
if-
And that's a Nazi thing.
German Shepherds are really great dogs. So are pit bulls, but I can't sit here and let
All
you
dogs are good dogs
bad
if you
mouth
treat them right.
a German Shepherd.
Okay, I just gotta say this. I am really biased on this whole subject. I've had like 3 German Shepherds attack Toke. And I fucking hate those dogs, man.
Oh, got you.
Like, I take her to the dog park and I immediately
Is
leave.
it because she's black?
Maybe.
So you
Holy
trying to tell
shit,
me
maybe that's what it is.
the commonly used police dog.
No,
That's
I
Are
that
you
that's
implying that all German Shepherds are prone to attack anything that's black?
that's
a
not
pretty-
them.
That's a pretty.
I guess they are pretty much
Rough
black
statement.
themselves, aren't they? I always think of them more as brown for some reason. But
They're,
yeah,
they're,
no,
you
they
know,
are
black and
mostly
tan
black.
saddleback is the color. You get sable maybe. if
But
I'm incorrect.
no,
You could be correct.
I'm just saying, man. Every time I go to the dog park with Toke, if there's a German Shepherd there, it fucking wants to bite her head off. It
Well, I
happened.
mean, that's
It's happened
too many
one
to be
too many times. You
Yeah,
know,
that's too many to be a coincidence. But
like I don't know
are
what
you
it
sure they're
is.
different dogs?
Yeah.
You're sure it's not the same dog?
Yeah, one was at a doggy daycare and then 2 other parks.
Okay, I'll give you that then. Just trying to poke holes in your story, James.
I know, because you're being an asshole.
I'm trying to make you like see reason.
Oh,
It's like just because a couple isolated
I'm trying to get
incidents, now
you to
have
be
hate
childish.
every single German Shepherd you have to hate now because of a couple isolated incidents.
You know, honestly, that's prejudiced, and I give them chances. I really do, but like, I'm always a little suspect, and like,
That's the kind of thinking that starts wars, James.
it is a bit, but I mean, when you have it's kind of like fool me once, fool me twice, fool me three times. You know that saying?
Yeah.
Like how? Like
see your point.
when are you just the dumbass that's letting shit happen to you?
It's a fine line. I think it's different for
You got to
everybody.
figure that out. But I mean, it is just a fucking dog, right?
At the end of the day, yeah. I mean, really, it is.
All right, Cameron. What else do we got?
About these streaming services, Stacy.
Oh, Stacy, you messaged me just pissed off
I was a little
about Charlie Brown.
Yeah, Charlie Brown. I heard third hand about Charlie Brown being the rights being bought by Amazon or somebody like that.
I saw a commercial for it. I think.
And then
I think it's Apple.
now you have
Who has Charlie Brown, Cameron?
It is Apple.
It's Apple.
Yep. So now if you want to watch a timeless classic, you have to sign up for Apple TV. And James May's response was,
Well, HBO has Friends.
HBO does have Friends.
So if you, I mean, it's.
It's nothing
good.
sacred.
It's a
is
good
all
market.
I'm saying. Is nothing sacred?
What? Wait, should you just get that shit for free? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, so with that thought pattern.
I mean,
yeah.
it's been free for so long,
Wait,
and now to just charge everybody for it.
Charlie Brown?
Yeah,
Kind of
Where
like
was
Lamb.
it free at?
like the Great Pumpkin.
Where was it free at?
Any public television station?
That you paid for to view?
No.
When did you pay
You bought a
for
TV.
3, 6, and 12? 9?
Yeah, like 2, 4, and 6 or whatever. Like
Whatever
the
your
basic,
3 channels
the basic channels.
Okay, I see.
Charlie
I see
Brown and
now.
the Great Pumpkin on CBS
It was just
or whatever it was.
bro. I don't know. People like money.
But like I said, is nothing sacred? I mean, can we not just keep certain things like available?
So, at what is the criteria?
I guess nothing. I mean,
critique-
fucking capitalism, right?
That it
I
becomes
think
that.
Tom Petty said it best when he was talking about they just basically something along the lines of they just want to see how much they can charge you for what you used to get for free. It's like it's just money. Fuck it, money. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate the concept of money as a whole. I think that we could come up with a different representation of how to get services and products rendered for I don't know, but I hate money.
How?
I don't know.
There's no.
Why would anybody want to be creative?
Nobody would want to do anything if there's no
You think
way.
that's true?
Yeah.
The main
think that
reason most people
You think
do
that
stuff-
humans are just innate, lazy pieces of shit who just trot through life and not
No,
try to
that's
do
not-
anything?
No.
I think that most
Go ahead.
human beings only work harder than the other. The vast majority of them is to be perceived as better than the one who didn't work that hard.
Let me.
It's to have more than the other.
I'm gonna piggyback real quick.
Well, nobody wants to be at the bottom.
What? No. Let me piggyback on what Cameron was just saying because it was a good point. What I would say is the reason that we have so many amazing things in this world is because you always want to be better and get more than the last person. So therefore, we have all these amazing things. If, like, say Steve Jobs didn't want to, do the next level of cell phones, we wouldn't have smartphones right now. We wouldn't be able to do half of the shit that we're doing.
And
but
you
he
think
wanted
that-
to be
you think
better
that's only
than fucking Bill Gates. Like, I think that motivated him.
I get that, but what does that have to do with money?
No.
People are still going to want to compete with each other just for the
Because-
sake of competition.
But
How
money
does that have
helps.
to do with money?
money
I would say
helps.
this. No, I would say
But
this.
Most
There'd be
people
no
who make
reason.
all this fucking money are so busy focusing on their craft, they don't even have the time to spend it.
But
It's-
nobody would
I would disagree.
if everything was, or there wasn't money, or if everything was perceived as free, nobody would be there to service you, to go do all the things that you want to do with
Well, I get
there
that.
not
Nobody
being
wants to
any
do all the
money.
shit jobs, but doesn't that also go to the whole idea?
Everybody's
that,
going to be at the restaurant
people who-
being like, "Cook me food," and we're like, "No."
why don't the people who do the jobs that nobody else wants to do not rewarded more than all the jobs that everybody wants to do? It's like everybody just wants to do jobs because they're going to make money and
That's
they
the
think
only
they're going to
reason.
be happy. But in reality, they'd be happier going and doing a shitty job. And they're just living in this fucking world that they think they're supposed to live in for the sake of money, when true happiness would be brought about by
So-
fucking mowing lawns.
So what is money then? Because I feel like the reason people want money is to have luxury and have not have worry. Like, if anything, I think the reason people want money in this world is to have no worry.
For the most
And
part,
that's
yeah,
what
that's
we
what it is.
all
It's security.
as
Money's
a
like
world
this-
decided. And I think people really just want no worry.
Yeah, because this society is basically like people locked in rooms with like lions all around in cages, and then there's like a timer on each lion door,
Okay.
and then like it's like insert 25 cents. We're about to open this door, and this lion's gonna eat you. So now people are just
I like
running
that.
around, putting coins in all the doors so the lions don't jump out and eat them, and that's why everybody's always stressed, and that's what. Money
That's
is.
actually pretty fucking accurate.
Yeah,
We've built this society. I mean, we're basically
it
all
is
just
what it is.
endowed the fucking elite. That's basically what it is. We can call ourselves as free as we fucking want to, but as long as we're controlled and our basic needs are met by whether or not our skills bring us more or less money than anybody else.
I think it's impossible to get rid of the elite. There will always be
I'm
an
not
elite.
saying you have to get rid of the
No,
elite.
no,
That's
no,
not
no.
the point.
No, I'm agreeing with you. And I was just piggybacking a bit. Like, it's impossible for us to get rid of them. But I think what's important is that we give everybody the opportunity to be one.
I agree with you. Everybody should have that ability at some level.
To be an elite.
And, that's a vague term, but
I don't know that anybody should
somebody
actually
just never
strive to
worrying
be an
about
elite.
money or stress.
I think-
Oh, so
it
that's
was
what you
taking
mean
care
by
of your
that.
family.
Okay.
I
To
think there's
be-
enough people in the world that somebody could strive to be above average and get to a point where they could just live their life and then take a modest amount of money and just go do their thing and let somebody else come up and fill that position. And then that person makes enough money to fucking live comfortably, not going out and having to have all of the fucking money, but just work and just take it upon yourselves to work until you feel like you can support yourself until you die, and get out of the fucking way and let somebody else do that job. Don't just hold on to it for the sake of fucking being there. Go make your money, go live your fucking life.
Because there's no way that you can't go through your life without having some way to live. Because that's just unless you're gonna go out in the woods and just start fucking hunting deer, living off fucking.
I'm not talking about that.
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no.
about,
I'm agreeing.
people in those elite type positions who are making millions upon millions, okay? You can live your life
nobody
very
wants to do
comfortably.
that.
Very comfortably on, let's say generously, $5 million, okay? So when you're at that status, if you have $5 million, just take it upon yourself to get the fuck out of the way, let somebody else make some money, and that would improve a little bit.
So, and that's the whole issue, because once the
You can't tell somebody how much enough is
Well,
enough.
no. The reason you made $5 million isn't because you're not a narcissist.
The fuck does that have to do with anything?
The reason you made $5 million is because you're greedy. That's what I mean.
Okay.
And so you're gonna want to make another 5.
Yeah, I think
Like,
that our
that's
system,
just how that
you can
works.
argue capitalism, communism, socialism, whatever. I don't believe that there's anything wrong with the system we have now if you took out the extreme greed.
Yeah.
If it wasn't about competition, monetary competition, I mean, you can compete to be the best. You can compete to put out the best product. You can compete to have the most happy employees. I mean, what if that was the fucking standard of success? It was like, how many people do you like employ that are actually happy and make a living wage, and how are you changing the world from the ground up, as opposed to hoarding everything and being a prick?
So
I mean, if you're
you're. I think we've all agreed on this, right?
it's just a different
Like,
standard
I
of
think
success.
Stacey's
All it is
right there.
shifting the
Sounds
standard
right.
of success, using the money that comes in to fund creating more distribution centers, creating more opportunities, raising the level of pay to the people who already work for you and are making you the fucking money that you're collecting every day. Realizing that the people fucking making the cell phones and slinging the cell phones and fixing the cell phones
China.
are the reason you're fucking rich. If they weren't doing that, you'd have no fucking money.
It's all the China.
So not spreading the wealth, but just take care of your fucking people.
I understand that. Okay. So I don't want to get too political on this. Like, there's a lot in on that. Like,
Of
because
course.
you're-
What would be
you're-
the point of the
Because, like,
guy?
a lot
hold
of-
on. What would be the point of the guy? Sorry. What would be the point of the guy who has the company, who employs all the people, who does all of that? What would be the point of them taking all of that risk? Because, like, all the employees, if stuff goes south, they can just dip. They're just like, well, this isn't my project. I'm good. I'm out.
That's a valid argument.
The owner of the company has all the risk involved with everything. Always, it's always on them to take care of stuff in the end. So, like, if everything's even, then there's no point in anybody doing that, and then nobody will do that.
I'm not
And
saying
everybody's be like,
everything's
I'm just gonna be a
even.
worker because I can make the same amount as
Nothing
the guy.
has to be even. There's still a hierarchy, and there's still levels of management and people who have an aptitude to perform more productive positions and this and that. But no, I just think that there's just small tweaks that we could make, and have a baseline of people that like a basic level of living.
I agree that there's
Okay.
some reform that could definitely happen to our financial system and how all of that works. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, my libertarian's about to come out now.
Okay, libertarian.
Hard.
Break it down for us.
Bullshit.
What's bullshit?
Can't tell anybody how to do shit.
I'm not telling you. No,
Like,
no.
no.
If you rewind the tape, you will never see me say that
No,
I am
you said there
requiring
should be
that
a way.
anybody should require them to do this. I only said that they should take it upon themselves and shift their mentality. That's all I
Sucks
said.
to suck.
That's all I said. People
I
should
don't
take
know,
it upon
man.
themselves to want to do those things.
They should. And I'm
But
not going to disagree
I never
with
said
that.
anything about making a law requiring it. I never told anybody to write their congressman.
They should. They
I'm
should
just
ask
saying,
them, like,
or
why do
People
you
in that
always
position should.
ignore our rights for you to make money?
Make
because
as much
I'm
money as
done
you
with
want.
that
Just take
shit.
care of the people that are fucking getting it to you.
Dude, I just can't even deal with some of these laws at this point. Like, why does Congress and the House have like early, like, they know what's going to happen in the stock market legally, so they know how to invest? Like, why is that even a law?
I can't speak on that. I don't know how the inside trading of the stock market works.
I had a breakdown.
I don't
think
really get how there's even a thing about insider trading. That's stupid. They're like, if you know some information that other people don't know, you can't act on it and profit from it. Everybody has to have the same. Everybody gets a trophy, really.
I think
SEC
that's a fair
laws are
chance.
participation trophies.
I do think that's a little bit of a fair chance thing, like, because you are actively affecting other people by having insider trading, and that's why that shouldn't be a thing.
Okay, so like what?
And
so like,
Congress and the House Republic, just so you guys know, has early access to that information, and they're still allowed to be in the stock market. You can Google it if you'd like, Cameron.
No, I gotcha. Oh.
Why does the stock market have to be a thing?
Because money.
No, I know, but why?
Oh,
I mean, why can't we just get rid of it?
I think that the stock market, it's fine, but you shouldn't. A corporation shouldn't be a person.
Right.
Like, that's where they crossed the line. Was like, you're free to trade your however you want to run your company. If you want to do it like, you know, like, if anything, like, that's kind of how we run Spread Eagle.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, it's investment. It's taking a chance. And, like, but once you know what's going to happen, then it becomes an issue.
Well, yeah, it's cheating, obviously.
But the whole thing is a corporation should not be actually considered a person, which that is something we do in America.
Totally.
Yeah, so Spokane's a person, technically.
Is Spokane a corporation?
Yeah.
Like the city of Spokane?
Mm-hmm. Most big cities are.
Everything's run like a business.
Yeah, and once you start thinking about
our country's run like a business, our healthcare's run like a business.
A corporation is
nothing's ran as a service anymore.
So what did you find on this?
I guess people just don't deserve things.
I'm still looking here, but what I've got right here is there was Congress passed a law called the Stock Act, which is supposed to stop members of Congress from exploiting the legal loopholes to engage in insider trading. But this is saying that they think nobody's watching. Congress has gutted a key disclosure provision of the Stock Act. So basically, they've taken something out of it so they can now do the same thing that they just made the Stock Act for.
I think I'm with James on this one. I think it's bullshit. I think if you're going to be a civil servant, if you're going to sign up and
you shouldn't have more money when
a civil servant, then you should be just that. You should go in, you should take whatever salary it offers, do the good you want to do for your community, and leave it at that. To profit off anything political is bullshit.
Okay, so first thing that I would say here is I got an idea for weeding out people. Like, first off, take the money out of it, right?
Okay.
Like, duh. I think any American will just say, duh, that, like, yeah, if we got money out of it, corrupt people wouldn't get into it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, what if you ran and, like, yeah, you can run, like, you have to spend all your money for your campaign that's donated to you. It has to go straight to the campaign, like, maybe it's some hotels, whatever. But mainly
supporting local business along the way.
maybe some ads, stuff like that. Whatever you don't spend that was donated to your campaign is made in tax money. Sorry. That wasn't your money. That wasn't your money.
So it's a Brewster's Millions situation.
Yeah.
Where you have all this money and you have to spend it before a certain day.
Before
or you have
it's
to
done.
give it to the government.
Or it goes into taxes.
Wouldn't it be so...
They'll just
Okay,
open up a business and dump all the money into...
No, you can't
poppers,
do that.
quote unquote.
It all has to go to your campaign.
Right.
Like all the
whether it's advertising or
whatever you want to
giving
do.
The Rock $50 million to endorse you or whatever you want to do.
Whatever loopholes are loopholes. They're always going to exist. We can't just pretend like a loophole won't exist. It will always exist. Somebody will find it, right?
Exactly.
So I think that's how we should do donations. But what you go into office, whatever thing you get, like say you're a senator and you were a business owner, right?
Yeah.
You go by their taxes and how much you made. It's just exactly what you'll make every year.
Yeah.
Say that again?
So whatever you made before you came into office of whatever standard,
Okay.
we will just pay your salary.
Okay, so if I go in as a carpenter
Yep.
at $50,000 a year or 60, 70, $5 million a year.
Whatever it is you
make. A
make.
lot of money. Yeah. Then that's what it is.
With there should be a cap. There should be a cap. Okay.
But if a tech wizard comes in and wants to do that
No,
job, then
like,
you have to pay him.
Okay, you poke the hole.
Okay,
That's
so
a
you're
good hole.
socialist. So it's socialist, it's communist,
So-
bullshit.
No. Like there should be like a cap, but you shouldn't have like there should be no incentive
So
to
if I
make
run-
money
if I-
off of politics.
Okay, so if I
Is
run
what I'm
for,
trying to get at.
If I run for senator tomorrow, I shouldn't get the 170,000 or whatever it is a year. I should get just my base wage.
Yep.
Yeah, they should just pay off your
Because
house.
that means you would want to really do it.
No, I get that.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like we get
Okay.
people in office that really want to do it.
So you're saying as a civil servant, your lifestyle can't go up or down in any
It
way.
can.
I get
Like
that.
I mean, if
I
you
get
want to
that.
be a smart human
And
being,
then you don't
but
take it, on top of that, you don't take kickbacks and you don't fucking take money from lobbyists, which is the same thing. But
well, no, super PACs are a whole nother thing. And
Basically saying
sure.
don't take advantage.
So basically
of
you
the
do things the
situation
right
you're
way.
placed in.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
think
okay.
like that if we did that, that would get a lot more people into office that really wanted to do the right thing.
right, like they knew that they weren't gonna make a whole bunch extra money for doing basically a nothing job.
Yeah,
I mean, you basically
where they just go argue
basically
with
you
somebody.
think all day and argue with people. I get
That
that.
sounds like a mob boss.
Kinda like a mob boss. And I bet you that a lot of them think that that's what they are.
Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They basically politicians do the exact same thing that crime bosses do. RICO applies to them too. Which,
Right. So then I guess we're all on board with like term limits and shit. Be like,
That was my
you have-
next.
you have 8 years to get whatever you have done, and
I
then
think 12.
peace out.
I like a 12.
You think 12 years?
12. It's supposed to be harder to get things done in the Senate and the House than it is anywhere else.
But once everybody knows they're on a ticking clock, is that going to speed things up or slow things down?
I think it's going to make people want
Because
to compromise
everybody's
a
going
little
to
bit more.
flood. Everybody's going to flood in with everything that they want to get done.
But if we establish the thing that I said, right, where people were getting people in, like we agreed that would get people into office that wanted to do the right thing.
So you get somebody into office
That
they're
wants
doing a
to
good
do
job,
the right thing.
everybody's happy,
And they're
And
willing
then
to
12
work
years
with
comes
each
up, and then
other.
you have
They're
to
not
kick
all
them
about
out.
like the monies and shit.
The reason I don't understand the concept of term limits and why anybody would argue for or against them is because obviously the person is still getting elected. So if they're still doing a good enough job to get elected, why should they have to leave their job?
It's
On the other hand,
well,
it's
because-
like,
You can strategically make it to where you keep getting elected.
well, okay. So it's not because you're doing a good job, it's because you're cheating, basically.
Yeah.
So you're making tampering with votes. I mean, how are you cheating at this point?
I mean,
Other than like flagrant cheating, how are these people who have been in office for 40 years still getting elected?
Okay,
Unless the
I got
people
Cameron.
are actually just happy with them in their state.
Okay, no, you know what it is? Is people have been so brainwashed that they just go check a fucking letter at this point.
That's true.
That's how.
D R.
But there's still primaries and all
Well,
this other
how about we
stuff.
go with the L finally? Fuck the Democrats, man. They lie to us.
Yeah.
They control our narratives. I gotta feel bad because I don't think like somebody else. Give libertarians a chance because you know, like I'm just done with the lying.
I feel like it's really crazy to think that the entirety of the United States is the people of the United States, rather, can be fit into 2 or 3 boxes.
Okay,
I know. Don't other countries have like 6 fucking political
Like
parties,
16.
or
All
they're
right.
all kind of represented and allowed to, you know, talk to each other, and it's not a one-on-one fucking competition.
Yeah, and they also have like, other countries have like
But
So,
but those are
civil
like
wars and like
so you're saying,
rebel
but
forces.
those are like really shithole countries though that you're talking about, right? They have no these people with all these different views. I mean, if you have more than 2 parties, you've got to be probably a piece of shit country that just doesn't know what to do with yourself. So there's anarchy everywhere, right?
I mean, I didn't say that, but
do you guys
Is that how it works?
that's what
No.
America makes everybody think.
No.
Is our government protecting us by
God.
just keep giving us 2 options?
Yeah, we gotta like spread democracy everywhere,
Right.
so
yeah.
everybody else can be civilized.
Everybody else
like
has
us.
to only be able to pick between 2 things.
Go.
Yeah,
Because we're too stupid to like choose between 3 things. That's just too complicated.
it'd be really hard.
It'd be way too hard.
Can you imagine having 3 people up on the stage bickering?
That you
like
have to listen.
those
You have to
two?
listen to 3 people at a time.
Yeah.
Like for the most important job in America. That sounds so fucking inconvenient.
Sounds fun.
You guys hurt my head.
I'd rather go A B, A B,
A B.
A
Red or
B.
blue? Red or blue?
You
I mean-
both are ignorant and it hurts my head.
Republicans and
Selectively
Democrats. You know,
ignorant.
red or blue.
Yep. It's all about that gang mentality. You're with
You
us
know,
or against us.
I only got a half.
There's only a with us or against us. Anything else is just going to cause chaos. We can't handle it.
I only got half a fucking degree in criminal justice, and political science, but fuck.
Did you walked in 4 times to empty the trash can?
You
Is that what
both
you're
just
considering?
hurt my head with all the not knowing how politics work.
That's basically how it
That
works,
just
right?
got said.
Oh, how do
Hey,
politics
hey,
work?
do you know how?
James?
Okay, set us straight, James. You got
Do you know
you
how-
got 5 minutes to set us straight. Go.
Do you know how Hitler got elected?
By promising people things that he couldn't provide.
No.
Okay, tell me.
More than 2 parties, because when you have more than 2 parties running in the final election,
Mm-hmm.
then a minority actually gets elected, because when you split them as 30-30-30,
Yeah.
no matter what, a minority gets elected just in case they win.
James, did you?
So that is actually how Hitler was elected. He got 33% of the vote,
Holy
basically.
shit, we just went back to Hitler.
So what you're saying is that anybody who runs third party is going to kill Jews.
No, there's a way to run the third party system and multiple party, which we do. It just
Do you
is
not
the-
remember when I trademarked the trimary?
That is not a smart way, and I already
How is it
told
not a
you
smart
that.
way?
I just said that's how Hitler got elected.
No, you had...
Oh, no, the
There was-
primary, I know what you're talking about.
where you
Never
come
mind.
up with the top 3, and you have a 3-way vote, and then you have a 2-way vote.
So,
Trademarked. I'm gonna start making money off that shit.
you know, I'm
So
really
George-
distracted right now.
So Joe Jorgensen is Hitler. Okay, what else? You just said that's how Hitler got elected. Obviously, you were talking about Joe Jorgensen.
No,
Obviously,
the,
you're
the
a poser
primary. I
to the
remember your
Libertarian
primary.
Party.
I just, dude, all I'm watching is the fact that the dog wants his food so bad
Mm-hmm.
that I'm questioning if he's eating dog food.
He doesn't give food to his fucking kids. He's not gonna give it to you. They
Why
just
would you say something like that?
they get the scraps off. the
Like,
floor.
she wants it
Because you're-
so bad. Like, are you eating,
Because I'm an
like, dog
asshole.
treats?
I'm a big old prick.
Maybe.
No, it's just
That looks good.
a bit
Dude.
long.
Anyways,
Cameron's keeping it hardcore.
no, you can't do that. Your primary idea, I remember it now.
Yeah.
There,
yeah,
we agreed on it last time.
Sure.
Like, you got to get it at the end. Like, there has to be 2 at the end, at least.
Yes.
That is the key. And that's how we do it now. But the Democrats and the Republicans have way too much power.
Because everybody just wants to fucking bicker.
Well,
They
I
can't-
don't want to bicker anymore, man.
Why can't we just handle a third party? Why does it have to be so demonized?
We can. That's why we should all go vote for Joe Jorgensen, actually. Because if she gets 5% of the national vote, she will be on, or not she, the Libertarian Party is legally on has a chance to be on every ballot next year. Or next election.
I mean, I agree with
I
all
fucked
that. I
that
know
all
she's
up,
already on the ballot in Idaho, but
No, it's every state.
okay? What state is
But
holding out?
I don't like the fact, I think it should go down to just 2. Like, I want to get rid of the Democratic Party with how much they are corrupt and lying to us and all the fucking bullshit, man. And I hate the
think they're
manipulation of their name because, like, to, like, just say you're Democrat, it's like, dude, you don't want democracy. You just want me to tell me how to live.
I can see where you could get that perception. Yeah.
Like, it's so manipulative.
Yeah, they're liars.
Like, I forgot when you stopped being racist. I thought you wanted slavery.
But where is the line between the fact that people constantly make laws or want to make more laws and people keep coming up with stupid shit that they have to make laws to stop them from doing?
Hey, man, that's why I want the Libertarian Party out there. I don't want stupid shit being made anymore.
Right? I mean,
Like,
I think we can
it's
all agree
pretty
that we should
simple.
be, if we're going to be free, we got to be free, right?
Well, yeah.
As long as we're not fucking with somebody else's well-being, I think we should pretty much be able to do whatever the fuck we want.
One of my teachers
Exactly.
in school taught me this, my favorite quote ever. And it always gets mixed up between Benjamin Franklin or Thomas Jefferson that said it. Is, if you are willing to give up your freedom for safety, you deserve neither.
Right.
So that's basically what it comes down to. I want everybody to be happy and safe, but also...
So how do we get to a standard basic of living and safety without compromising freedom?
You don't.
Other than
And that's
requiring
the
somebody to go work.
scariest part of freedom.
Is you can't make people want to win.
You can't make people
So you
safe.
don't need to.
You
take
have to
care of
just
them.
make yourself safe.
It's all about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin,
You don't need any other people.
you make the people that you care about safe.
Okay.
Tribes.
Tribe mentality, yeah.
Like, whoa, yo, you don't think I'm going to stab somebody for you?
Well, probably.
Okay. I'm making you safe.
Well,
But you
why
got to
would
know
somebody
who's
wanna
in your
stab me?
tribe. And
For sure.
when they get bigger and bigger, some stupid thoughts get put out. But it's more or less like, dude, I trust me. My neighbor has like an altar.
I gotta interject. For
Okay.
anybody listening on Spotify right now, you're gonna have to switch over to YouTube because we're about to shut this recording off. We can only do it for an hour.
No,
But,
let's
YouTube might
no.
go a little bit longer.
Anyways,
All right, goodbye. Okay,
perfect.
so those guys are out. Welcome back. If you just clicked on, if you just fast forwarded to the time that you wrote that you got cut off
We
on
planned
Spotify.
for this podcast to be 25 minutes,
And we never.
and now
never-
it's just become an hour and a half.
It's too long. It really is.
Oh, we're idiots. Maybe I should start doing like two-parters, or we should do two-parters.
Maybe we should have like bi-weekly releases, like release one on Tuesday and then one on Friday
But anyways,
in the morning.
what were we?
2 parties, 3 parties.
2 parties, 3
Three
parties.
parties.
I don't know.
I just think the stigma on a third party needs to be dropped, and if people want to vote third party, don't buy into the bullshit that your vote's not going to get counted. Even
Well,
if,
no, that's
even
the
if they
5%
tally it
thing.
up, even if they tally it up at the end, and this year we as libertarians only get 5 to 7% of the vote. That's a stepping stone, at least. At least it's a good test of what actually everybody's thinking.
The
at that time.
5%
In
insurers.
reality, all the people that don't vote because of the bullshit between the two-party systems and they don't think they have a chance, if those people went out and voted for Joe Jorgensen, then they would get the majority in a three-way vote, and then we could figure it out from there. But there's at least 29% of people who just don't vote. So if those people just decided to get up and vote for their local shit, which they should be doing anyways, and at the same time check Joe Jorgensen's name, that would be a fucking thing of beauty.
I think I'm checking L all the way down. I know I just bitched about people getting tribal, but I believe in my tribe because
You can do that. I mean, that's your right, but at the same time, just because somebody's affiliated with a certain party doesn't make them bad or good just based on
You're
that. So
correct.
if you see somebody who's maybe on a different party ticket, but they make more sense to you, there's no point in just voting.
You're right there.
I'll vote fucking Republican, Democrat, Libertarian. I'll vote for whoever
Yeah,
I
Biden
think.
can call himself a libertarian.
You
What?
can do whatever you want. So what?
Trump, Biden, they could call themselves libertarians.
Well, of course
You're
they
saying
do.
you
No,
just go
no,
L
no.
all the way down.
The reason?
Do your fucking research.
Okay, can I say my reason on that though?
Yeah.
My reason on that is because I need a change. I'm done. I can't.
That doesn't guarantee change.
No,
There's
it
still,
is
at the end of the
different.
day, that person is a
It
human
is
being,
different.
regardless of the letter behind their political party. They're a human being, and they're
Yeah.
going to start acting in their own self-interest at that time.
Maybe,
It's just how it is.
maybe, and
Just how it
I'm
is.
not gonna sit there and like disagree with that. What I'm saying is having a libertarian in both parties have failed me to a point where I didn't even give a fuck that I was like I didn't talk to people about being a libertarian.
Yeah.
Didn't give a fuck on some shit. But now it's gotten so bad that both parties in my lifetime have failed me that I'm like, all right, change. We talked about it in 2012 that we need change. And that didn't even happen.
If they're true to their libertarian mentality and they think that, I mean, even right now, if a couple
If they're
get in,
true, that's a good point.
It's not going to change in effect a lot.
Well, this is my question though. Is like, how many politicians have ever really done what they said they were going to when they were trying to get elected? And we all just keep thinking like, this time they're gonna actually do it.
Do you believe that they sincerely just
Do you
want
want
to
to
do
know my
those
real
things?
answer?
Do you think that they're just saying it to get elected, or they honestly want to do those things And when they don't do them, it's because the Illuminati wouldn't let them.
I think they don't want
Right,
to. I think they
James?
just want to get elected.
You think it's just like a status thing? Like, I'm a governor?
All right.
No, it's back to the backroom deals and how you're able to like stack your whole family, make your whole family really wealthy and you really wealthy.
Mob boss shit.
It's
Yeah.
called Biden, the Biden theory.
Is it the Biden theory?
It's
Or is
the
it
Biden theory.
How is Biden any different than Trump when it comes to fucking...
What?
I said,
Because
why
Trump wasn't a politician.
why is Biden different than Trump when it comes to fucking
All right.
that word that I'm looking for?
Corrupt.
No. Nepotism.
It's
What are we talking
narcissism.
No,
No,
nepotism.
nepotism, making your family wealthy.
Okay. So first off, he did that before he was a politician.
Yeah, I see where you're at there.
Okay. And then, second of all, I did it like Trump on purpose. He's lost money since he became president.
He doesn't have as much as he used to have. He's lost money. He doesn't have as much as he used to
Lost
have.
money.
I don't know, man. I mean, if you losing money to do a job, like, it kind of gives me a look on your character.
I could see
And
that.
he's an asshole, trust me.
I could see that that's an argument.
But
He's everything we talked
guess
about
who's richer
in the first 3 hours of
since-
this episode?
since they started politics?
Right.
Most politicians.
Absolutely.
So if
Absolutely.
you could talk louder, you sound like a Barry Manilow. Oh my God. Let's go do this.
Drop them pennies. Time to get political.
But no, like that's the difference there. Like Joe Biden's richer since he became a politician, and fucking Trump is not as rich since he became a politician. So
Yeah, that all
like let's
confuses
like
me.
gauge like what your intentions are now. Off that, just period. Like the dude's an asshole.
Did they make wise investments? How do they have all this extra money?
Wise investments that they have
because they're scamming
insider
the stock market.
info on.
Okay, I'm with y'all. Fuck these guys. I'm not gonna.
No,
Rico.
like I don't think the Republicans are like the end all like great thing.
No, you think
but-
the libertarians are?
Oh yes, exactly. You got that correct. But I think it's the fact
It's all the same
that
bullshit.
one of them is misguided. Republicans, in my eyes, they're misguided. Democrats are fucking liars and manipulative, and I don't like it.
You believe exactly what they want you to believe, James.
And it's time for the Libertarian Party to come up and get the Democrats out.
I will
And
agree
it's
with
time.
you that it's time for the libertarians to step up and get somebody out.
That's my feeling personally. Like, I think like Republicans are
shot.
misguided, but the Democrats,
It's
like
2020. The rules don't fucking matter anymore. Just do
they
it.
always matter. That's why we have law in the fucking iPhones.
Click the L. That's all I'm saying. Give her the L.
Click the L,
George
man.
Robertson.
Just get us out there. And I think that's
And
also
do some research. And
I think it's also why we need
change
to
focus.
change the electoral college a bit.
Well, maybe, but
Anyways,
my point of the day, I think, is research your local shit. Take care of what's around you first,
yes.
and then vote libertarian for president.
Hey, 5% gets us on the next election. No matter what. So
I don't understand what you mean by that, because every time I go to vote for president, there's always 5 people on there. So
if
and
you
one of them's a
vote
libertarian.
for Joe Jurgensen in this country, and she gets 5% by law next presidential election, the Libertarian Party has to be represented on that ballot. And
They
I
already
don't
are.
no, like in every state.
They already are.
No, they're not.
Bullshit. Look it up, Cameron. Find out what states the Libertarian Party is not allowed to be.
Joe
on the ballot.
Jurgensen. We are 100% allowed, but by law, they have to.
Like, if you were saying by law they have to, like, put the Libertarians on the debate stage next year, that would be cool.
That
That would be something. But
No.
I think that they're already on the fucking ballot. I know the Green Party is on the ballot. I know, what's the other one?
Hey, man, you know,
The
I
Warren,
just had Lloyd Morris
Warren.
on twice on the James May Talks Too Much.
Maybe he probably explained it better than you.
Probably.
You're doing a poor job at explaining it to me and helping me understand.
I just
My
explained it
simple
like he
fucking
did.
brain.
Where Joe Jorgensen's not on every ballot in the United States.
And I'm just wondering which ones
He
she's
ain't-
not. That's all I want to know.
Where is he now? I can't see where this is.
She.
It's a she, first of all.
Libertarian. I can't see where libertarian is.
See, anyways, yeah, now we're off track.
Right. No matter
Lloyd-
what you do,
Lloyd pointed
or
out
why you do it,
Joe Jurgensen is
just
not on
vote the way I'm telling you to.
every
Simple.
ballot in the
So-
United States this year
Yeah.
by state, because that's how our government works and everything. And if she gets 5% of the national vote, then she is next candidate in 2024 for the Libertarian Party is required to be on every state's ballot.
Gotcha.
And I don't like that third party's like 3-party like vote thing, but I also hate the Democrats. Fuck, like let's get those guys
Like I'm saying,
out.
we're technically a 5 or 6 party system. There's 4
Green
or
Party.
5 or 6.
There's a few.
The New Deal. No, not the New Deal Party. There's something. What's the
the
Green
Green New
Party?
Deal.
The Tea Party?
Are you
There's not a
talking
Tea
about
Party president, is there?
There might be.
Anyways, but there's okay, let's call it 4. 4 choices for president. So
But they're
we're
not
technically
on
a
every
4-party.
state's
Okay,
ballot.
maybe not. Maybe not. In my state, they are. That's all I can speak to.
Exactly.
I don't
And
run
she
around
is.
voting in every state. I don't think I'm allowed to do
And she's on the ballot
Of
here,
course you are.
that.
and you can write her in.
Of course you can. Yeah, you could write her in.
But if she gets 5% in any
That's
all
10.
the
What you're-
states,
What you're doing with your hands right now is 10.
5%
There you go.
of all the states' votes in the nation, she will be on, or the next
The next ballot.
Yeah, yeah,
ballot.
sorry,
We
bro.
get libertarians on it.
So, okay, 5%, and then the election committee is going to force every one of the 50 states to put her name on a ballot.
Well, it's just the
Sounds-
law. It's
sounds-
not a force.
Sounds pretty unreasonable to me.
Unreasonable?
Yeah, unreasonable. How are you gonna force people just because people want to see it?
I don't
It
know.
should be. It
There's
should be
like-
up to the state. That's not the federal government's fucking job.
This is how this works in our country.
So you
I'm
want
just following
you want
the
more.
law.
You want more
I
federal
bet you if-
government
Yeah, I bet.
forcing elections and people to understand that there are other options. James May,
I
are you even Are you even an
I
American?
bet if you actually elected a libertarian, all those things would go away in your life.
You think all those things would just go away?
Yeah,
Well, let's hope to that.
because you know what? If you don't bother me, then I don't give a fuck what you're doing.
Exactly.
Amen.
So, all right, let's end it here. We
Let's
did
end
a
it
long,
here.
long
It
episode.
was a really long episode.
Really
It was
long.
super
Thanks for
awesome.
sticking it out. if you stuck it out and you can still hear me and see me, go ahead and drop a like, maybe subscribe. Because I'm bad about posting things and tagging James. He'll tell you all about it. He's telling everybody who'll listen. He's a petty bitch. Don't forget about NorthSpokaneApothecary.com for all your CBD needs. And we are out.
Spread Eagle promo code.
Spread Eagle, one word.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Childish thoughts.